Hi everyone, it's Eric and welcome to my unboxing and hands-on of the Microsoft Lumia 435. Now, you just heard me say Microsoft. That's because these are no longer Nokia Lumia handsets. Microsoft acquired Nokia, and now they're actually branding the phones with their own name. So, it's kind of like an end of an era, but still the phones we're hoping are going to be very good, and this is their latest budget handset, and it only comes in at £60. That is absolutely fantastic, and the specifications really do reflect that really quite nicely. In fact, you're getting better specifications for this price than you would expect. But I'll go through those as I go along in this video. So, let's take a quick look at the box. So, as you can see over here, Microsoft Lumia 435 dual SIM support as well. Also, dual SIM, little tab over here to open up the box. And over here we've got some of the specifications. Now we've got 1GB of RAM and 8GB of internal storage, which is great. We've also got a 2 megapixel camera, which is not too good. 1.2 GHz dual-core processor, 4-inch WVGA screen, and that is, if I can get the specs up here, is coming at a resolution of 480 by 800, and that's a 233 pixel per inch density as well. And it's also got 1GB of RAM, which is great. The latest iPhones have 1GB of RAM, and they cost over £500, yet this phone only costs 60, and you're getting 1GB of RAM, so that is absolutely fantastic. So, let's stop talking and just open up the box. And here is the handset in all its glory. And we'll just, if I can get this out, very quickly pop this to the side, take a very quick look what else we get inside the box. And presumably, we do get some earphones possibly inside here, and oh, I've got a European charger. Now, I live in the UK, so I need 3 plugs in order to charge this, but you can use any other sort of charger, and this is a review unit as well. So you would normally get more in the box than this, but as I said, review unit, reviewers get a bit less, but that's not the point of this. Well, the point of this is to look at the Lumia 435. Now, as you can see, the Microsoft branding is over there, and this is the 4-inch screen, and it looks like it's very easy to get around the whole device. Now, let's quickly just turn the screen on, and let's just turn that up, and I've already sort of like gotten this out of the box since it was already used by previous reviewers, and that's the low brightness, that's medium brightness, and that is high brightness. And since this is about £60, this phone, you might be able to get it cheaper from certain places. Of course, you're not going to expect the best quality screen and the best specifications, but I'd say the specifications are really quite fine. The only major sacrifice is in the screen and in the 2 megapixel camera. I mean, there's not even a flash on here, so don't buy this phone thinking you're going to get a good camera experience. The camera is going to be subpar. So the screen, as you can see, with my studio lights on, is actually a bit difficult to actually see. Let's take a quick look at the viewing angles. Not the best viewing angles on the screen, but it still looks and feels very, very nice, and it's like nice and pocketable as well. It seems like it's a very compact design. So let's quickly run down a little bit more specifications. Now, you're only getting 480p video recording with this camera, and one thing I forgot to mention is that you do have a secondary camera as well as a front-facing camera over there, and that is also capable of capturing 480p video. You also got micro SD card support up to 128GB, so if that 8GB is not enough, you can expand it with micro SD cards, which are really quite cheap nowadays as well. And you got your 3.5mm headphone jack over there, you got your volume buttons, your power on off button, your charging port at the bottom over there, completely clean over here, your speaker presumably right over there, and the back is removable, but I'll show you that in the full review. And as you can see, it's fitting in my hands very nicely. Now, I want to give you a very quick comparison of other smartphones. So we'll start off with the smallest I've got here. Here is the Samsung Galaxy Alpha. Now, this is way more expensive than this, so don't even think about comparing the two. It's not a fair fight. So I just want to show you the size of the screens and show you the size of this phone, just to give you an idea. So as you can see, obviously this is going to be thinner, obviously, but this is going to be smaller in the hand, so you need more of a grip. You're a bit of a thicker device to have more of a grip on. And the textured material in the back, I'm just going to say, I'm really liking that so far. So yeah, that's a quick comparison of the Galaxy Alpha. Now, another comparison we're going to do, we're going to get into phablet territory now. This is the iPhone 6 Plus. And as you can see, huge, ginormous 5.5-inch screen on here. But again, iPhones, it's about over 500, well, over £600 to get this, and the screen difference is really very noticeable. But remember, I said about the 1GB of RAM. This has 1GB of RAM, costs over £600. This has 1GB of RAM and costs only £60. So it shows how Apple are underspecking their smartphones right here. And also, the final one we're going to be comparing is the Nexus 6. Now, this is a 6-inch screen. And as you can see, absolutely huge display on the front, and it's also got a glass screen protector as well, so you might see a couple bubbles a little bit there. But anyways, you can see this is one of the low brightness settings I've got it on. It's a huge, enormous display. Now that's just some size comparison, so if you do have any of those devices floating around in your house, you have an idea how much smaller this is in comparison. And that is my unboxing and hands-on. Stay tuned for my future coverage videos. If you want, I'll do a game performance test as well of this low budget handset to see how a budget handset of this caliber actually performs in regards to gaming. And stay tuned for my future coverage of various other smartphones. I've got loads of handsets to review right now, and plenty more to come over the next few days. So thank you very much for watching, guys. A big thanks must go over to the Connects team at Nokia for sending me this over to review, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Take care.